The Super Daily is back. It's made my face go all orange. That's good. That Super Daily event is back. This is great, by the way. I'm really happy that this is returned. I think the player base is happy that it's returned as well. There was a bit of a joke by Dave in the live stream for it, but it's great it's back, but also there's unknowing. There's knowing and unknowing. What's the unknowing? Well, you don't know to what end it's returning back to the similar quality. You might be like, oh great, it's coming back. Yeah, but what are the rewards? Is it exactly the same? If it's exactly the same, then that's great. But if it's not exactly the same, then of course we've got a little bit of a problem. Mainly because you want to get spicy things. Now I've got to bring up my Super Daily event spreadsheet. Something I didn't think I'd be returning back to. I thought that it would be all done, and we looked at it from a perspective of did I do some totals? Is it here? Okay, yeah. So we did back. I'll have to recycle it. I'll have to kind of like get this ready for everybody at some stage to kind of give a bit of perspective. So this was how it was when it was put out last time. Why are we going over this, Rich? Well, it's important to get perspective. Why? Because things might change. We need to find out, are we being shafted when it comes back? You might be like, hey, great, it's coming back. But as I said, you don't know what's going to be in it. Are we saying 100% that we know that there's going to be 30 units in it? There might be less. Is a Valiant player going to get 750 of the 7-star shards on a daily basis? We don't know. Are you going to be able to have a choice? Are you going to see the same amount or more of the free 4-hour crystals, or Valiant crystals as they're called? You don't know. And why is that's important is because it's one of my criticisms. Was the one thing that I liked about it was the boosts. I was inundated with boosts. It made content, great, because otherwise I wasn't spending my loyalty to get more of the boosts because I needed it for Alliance Wars, or I needed it for doing videos, content. The same thing with the free crystals, because we're getting less. It means we get less full energy refills, which is another issue I was experiencing. So there's things with that kind of like, it's the unknowing. As I totaled on the 28 days that we had last time, this was what you got in 28 days. The gold was great. I don't think I had a gold problem for the length of time that the event was on. The 7-star shards were meaty and fantastic for a Valiant player. As you said, the 4-hour crystals were lower in amount, which was a problem. The solo shards were great, and I was glad to see more of them. The level 5 health potion was fantastic, and again, I was glad to see that from a Valiant perspective. And then when we look to some of the other things that you got to choose, are you choosing a tier 4 alpha as a Valiant player? Are you choosing the Titan Crystal Shards, which look, over a 28-day period was a good take home. And as I said a moment ago, you don't know that Kabam are going to bring it back in the same type of light. We'll be looking at it next week to find out, has it changed? Has it been nerfed? Has it been buffed? I think nerfed is probably going to be it. But I don't think it's going to be nerfed drastically with it. I'll be surprised if it's exactly the same. I will be surprised. Pleasantly surprised with it. So, the volume of take-home was good. Now, not everybody's Valiant. People are Paragon as well. So, from a Paragon player's perspective, what did you get? You got 10k 7-star shards. The same amount of some of this stuff, except for, I say, level 4 health potions. Easier acquisition of units. I'm better off for having the units the way that it was a Super Daily, but I wasn't better off when it came to the 4-hour crystals. And with when the Super Daily was, when did it start? I think when it started, I was month 1 into move into the house, I think. So it wasn't too much of an issue. And then everything got a bit kind of crazy in July, August, September. So yeah, it's all about trying to ease my kind of grind. If you were a Paragon player, you got, 448, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signature stones. 28 7-star signature stones. Will Kabam keep that the same as they did with Valiants? 200 of Titan Crystal Shards. Yeah, nice. For Thronebreaker, and we'll just quickly cover a Thronebreaker before we move on to another tab of something that I want to kind of discuss. You got... Oh, there's Cavalier players there. Yeah, 56,000 6-star shards. Yeah, some nice stuff. Like, it's not Valiant and it's not Paragon. You got some stuff. But you did get 8,400 7-star shards. And I tell you what, I'll be doing... We'll do... Next week, we'll find out what Kabam are actually going to give us. Then I'll do a 360... Was it 364 day breakdown? 365, whatever it is. Day breakdown over the course of a year. So in course of a year of like, what is going to be your take home in the future? Providing Kabam bring it back for a year. You know, just off the cuff based on some of this stuff. You know, we're talking for a run it on a yearly basis. Oh, that calendar's a bit too big. You know, from a Valiant perspective, what, 750 times 365. That's how many 7-star shards a year. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? Units. For everybody, this is 30 times 365. 10,950 units. That is less effort than having to do some of these 22-hour solo events in their own kind of like capacity. So that's great. I hope Kabam make this now a permanent, but you just don't know with Kabam. Expect the unexpected when it comes to Kabam on stuff. So it's great positivity. Yes, very positive. But is there anything more? Well, we've got to go to the... We've got to go to the announcement because I just want to like double check what Kabam is saying with it because we've got to... Reading's important. There it is. Daily solo event. Daily super event. The daily super event that we launched earlier in this year is making its permanent return. Good. Keeping an eye out later in November for much anticipated event reactivation. All right. Okay. So it's not at the start. It's at the end. There we go. So at the end of November, we'll be talking about: is it good? Is it bad? Is it nerfed? Is it buffed? Does it remain the same? I really hope it remains the same, but as I said, I don't think it's going to remain in any kind of shape or form the same. But what do you think? Put it in the comments. Do you think it's going to be coming back at the same rewards giveaway? Or do you think it's going to be slightly nerfed? Man, the way you acquire units from this, please make it permanent. Because getting over 10,000 units for literally doing next to nothing and doing it on a daily basis is so efficient. But it does flood the contest with a lot more unit acquisition methods or easier acquisition methods. And it just helps out, really. This is making the game less grindier. This is what we want to see. Excuse me, hiccups. That's it for the video. What are your thoughts? Comment section. Appreciate you all for the massive support. And check out some other content located on screen from the live stream. And I'll see you all soon.